Welcome guys, let's break down this setup. We actually lost. Well, let's see. On the daily time frame, we were trending to the upside, forming higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, using the previous resistance as a support, having the push, higher high, higher low, using the previous resistance as a support, having the push. Right now, what I was expecting was for price to have that quick weak pullback to the downside to use the previous resistance as a support, then for price to keep going to the upside. That's it. That was my expectation, that was my prediction on the daily time frame. Then my entry on the 4 hour time frame, as you can see, we formed this beautiful higher high, formed the potential higher low. We reached this resistance level using it as a support, and we formed this beautiful bullish pin bar rejection candlestick from this area of interest. And this was my entry, and it formed on pre-London session. That makes the timing was perfect. Also on the 2 hour time frame, we formed this beautiful morning star formation without having a shift of structure. We are still bullish. This was the higher high point, this was the higher low point, and when it formed the retracement back to the area of interest, it never shifted structure because it never had a body closure above the higher high point. If this one had a body closure above this, then this would have been the higher high, this would have been the higher low, and when it formed the pullback, it would shift structure to bearish, but right now it did not, so which makes it more beautiful, more interesting setup. So on the daily time frame we were bullish, on the 4 hour time frame we were bullish, 2 hour we were bullish. We came back to the area of interest on the 4 hour time frame. We formed a bullish pin bar on the 2 hour frame. On the 2 hour time frame we formed a morning star formation. I mean, it started to have the move, but I don't know what the fuck happened here. Well, we can't. I can't technically call this loss because we never know what's gonna happen. Negotiation is gonna kick in within hour and 30 minutes, I think. We're gonna see what's gonna happen after that. And I think the mistake that I've made is we're literally on the highest point, right? And I am actually using one structure point as an area of interest, which is wrong thing to do based on the city mortgage strategy. If you are the Alex student, you already know we need to use at least we need to have at least 3 body touch to call that area an area of interest or a valid area of interest. So this is technically it's not a valid area of interest, but the 4 hour looked very beautiful, the 2 hour looked beautiful. That's why I took the trade. USDCHF. Now USDCHF, this is a valid area of interest because we got 1 touch over here, 2 body touch, 3 body touch, 4 body touch. So this is a beautiful, strong supporting resistance level. So on the daily time frame, as you can see, we were forming lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Then we shifted structure to bullish, and yesterday we lifted this upward week. So what I was expecting, or still what I'm expecting, is for price to fill this weekend to keep having the push to the upside. And my expectation is price will come until this level, and after it reaches this level it will have a body pullback, a body retracement until this area of interest, or maybe a deeper pullback until this area of interest. Then I will wait for some kind of rejection to happen, then for price to have a very strong upward push to the upside. Because just with this 1 week retest, I don't think it's gonna have a very strong push to the upside. It needs some kind of retracement, a body retracement, before it actually have that strong move to the upside. So right now what I was trying to do is to catch that small quick buy until this resistance level. Then I will get out here, then I will wait until price give me the actual retest on this area of interest or until this area of interest, then I'll wait for the rejection to happen, then I'll take the actual swing trade to the upside. Here my entry I got my entry on the 4 hour time frame. As you can see, it was bearish, it was forming lower lows and lower highs, and we shifted structure to bullish, forming higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, using this area of interest, using it as a support, and it formed this beautiful bullish engulfing on pre-London session, and I entered the trade exactly right there. Stop loss, I put it below this for our EMA, and what is this? What the fuck is this, my nigga? What is this, bro? Yeah, whatever. Okay, the last one, and the one that I decided not to take because I took AUD/USD. They are both, USD/USD pairs, so they are correlated. So I did not want to take both of them, and also because I already have two trades open. It's gonna be over trading. I do not want to have three positions open at the same time. That's the first reason. The second reason they are both correlated, so I can't take this as a buy and this as a sell, because it's gonna be trading against myself. So EURUSD, the one that I decided not to take, look at it, going exactly on my side. Thank you. It was forming higher high, higher low, higher high. We shifted structure, and my prediction was for price to give me that weak pullback to retest the area of interest, and for price to fill this weekend to keep going to the upside. And on the 4 hour time frame, my entry was exactly as price I've done previously. Here, look at this, bro. Formed the higher high, higher low, higher high, shift of structure, pullback, rejection, we sold. Higher high, higher low, higher high, shift of structure, pullback, rejection, we sold. Over here too. This was the higher low, this was the higher high, this was the higher high point, this was the higher low point. We got a shift of structure, we got a pullback, we got our rejection, we are selling. Look at this, bro. Beautiful. My entry was exactly over here. I was actually looking at it, but I did not want to take this one because I was taking AUD/USD as a buy and this EMA, bro. This EMA, I don't know why. Yeah, I put the EMA more than the market structure. I value the EMA more than the market structure. I don't know why I did that. Because as you can see, whenever price reach this EMA, it react. Reach the EMA, it react. Reach the EMA, it react. So right now it reached the EMA, so I was taking AUD/USD as a buy, and it also this one reached the EMA, so I was like, yeah, the market structure look beautiful for sale, but AUD/USD have nothing wrong. It doesn't have anything wrong. On the time when I took the trade, it was looking very beautiful, but USD, maybe price might use this EMA as support, and it might have the push to the upside. So I decided to take USD instead, and this one stopped me out, and this one is looking not bad. The last one, I did not take this trade. I am actually looking at it on the daily time frame. It is forming lower low, lower high, lower low, shift structure to bullish. We got a pullback, then after a pullback we formed this beautiful bullish doji, rejecting from this resistance, support level, using it as a support once again, and also rejecting from the daily EMA, which is beautiful rejection candlestick. So from this point, just watching from the daily time frame, price should have the push to the upside. This is literally the entry on the daily time frame, but we should go to the lower time frame to get a better entry, right? So this is just a beautiful market structure for price to have the push to the upside. On the 4 hour time frame, as you can see, price was forming the lower low, formed the lower high, lower low, we shift the structure to bullish, the higher high. Now we are having that retracement, then for price potentially to have the push to the upside, and it's also forming the inverted left head and the right shoulder. So the only thing that I don't like is the time session. Okay, we're gonna see, if this one closes as a bearish candlestick. I don't know if I'm gonna be interested in this one, but if this candlestick closes as a bullish doji, as any kind of a bullish candlestick over here, if it have a bullish engulfing, it will be even way beautiful. Or even some kind of bullish doji, bullish pin bar, bullish engulfing candlestick, it will be based beautiful entry, because this is gonna close exactly on the opening of New York session. On the opening of New York session, what I wanna see is a bullish rejection candlestick, so I can take this trade freely. Because if it closes exactly as a bearish candlestick, I do not want to go to 2 hour, 1 hour 30 minutes to get another entry. We're gonna see. Okay, I'm waiting for this one to close. If it closes as a bullish candlestick, we are taking this trade. Yeah, we're gonna see how it's gonna play out. Gold and Bitcoin, we don't I don't trade anything except for Forex. I'm just predicting this, just seeing how, just applying the same strategy and seeing if it actually works on other than the Forex pairs, and it's actually working in some ways. And right now, what I might do is I will wait for this daily candlestick to close, and if it closes like that above the structure point, then maybe tomorrow wait for some weak pull to take the buy. I think, bro, what the fuck is this, bro? What is this? I don't do nothing here. Okay, huh? Bitcoin. Not interested. If this one had a very deeper pullback over here to use this resistance level as a support, I would be interested to take the buy on this level. But right now, as you can see, it formed a higher high, higher low, higher high. We shifted the structure. After we shifted the structure, I'm not gonna be interested. This area of interest is inevitable. What? Not inevitable. I mean, useless. Okay, it is useless. It was useful once the trend was bullish. Now, right now, we shifted the structure to bearish, so we should look for the sales. This is one thing you guys have to understand. Area of interest, supporting resistance, they are everywhere. You're gonna find area of interest. This is area of interest. This is area of interest. Whoa. Supporting resistance are everywhere. But what you have to do is you have to align the trend and the area of interest together. First, identify the trend, and based on the trend, mark out the area of interest so that the market follow that market structure. So for now, for price formed the higher high, higher low, higher high, then we shift the structure to bearish, right? So we should look for sell, not a buy. So I'm not gonna give a shit about this support and resistance level, this area of interest. So I'm gonna focus on this support level. So I'm gonna wait for price to come back to this level, then give me a rejection so I can sell. You see, follow the trend, then based on the trend, mark out your area of interest. Then when price reach that area of interest, wait for some kind of rejection to happen on that area of interest, then you take the trade. That's how the Ethereum Fork strategy works. I'll see you guys on the next video. I'm out.